What's going on, you guys? Mr. Allen here. We're about to solve for x and include any domain restrictions in this rational equation that we have here. Now, first step for solving any rational equation, we got to figure out our least common denominator, which is also going to help us out with our domain restrictions. So I'm going to factor this first denominator right here. I can take out an x from both terms, leaving me with x minus 5. So from here, we can see our common denominator. It's actually this guy right here, because this fraction right here has an x, and this one is just basically over 1. So my LCD, my least common denominator, LCD, is x times x minus 5. And now I can get my domain restrictions. We'll just get that out of the way right away, okay? So my domain restrictions are whatever is going to make my denominator 0. The reason behind that is I can't divide by 0. It'll be undefined. So let's commit that to memory, right? We can't divide by 0. That's why we get our domain restrictions from the denominator. So what will make my denominator 0? Well, if x is 0, the whole thing's 0. And if x is 5, I also get 0. So x cannot equal 0 or 5 because it will make that denominator 0. Any one of the denominators cannot be 0 at any given time. All right, so we got that out of the way. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through the strategy of getting common denominators on both sides of our equation, and then we're just going to work with our numerators. So what does this guy right here need? Because this one's already set, right? It's 1 over that x times x minus 5. Well, this one here needs an x minus 5 over x minus 5, right? Whatever I do to my numerator, I have to do to my denominator. That second one there has nothing. So I got to multiply by my least common denominator, x times x minus 5, and x times x minus 5. All right, so numerator and denominator do get multiplied, right? Because I'm multiplying by 1 when I multiply by the same thing, numerator and denominator. All right, let's rewrite this thing now. So the first one is just 1 divided by x times x minus 5. My second fraction here is now x plus 7 times x minus 5 over x times x minus 5. And then my last one here is minus, and it's going to be 1 times x minus 5. We really don't need that 1 there, but what the heck, we'll do it. And then my denominator, x times x minus 5. All right, boom. We got same denominator throughout. All righty. So what we're going to do for this one here is I'm going to just work with my numerators now. If my denominators are all the same, they really don't contribute anything to us when we're solving, right? They're all the same. So I only need to figure out what's going to make my numerators equal because my denominators already are. So I'm going to rewrite this as 1 equals, and we have x plus 7 times x minus 5 minus x times x minus 5. I now have a single line equation, right? My denominators were all the same, so I can just figure out what's going to make my numerators equal. So here I'm going to FOIL this out, right? Distribute, so x times x, let's see here, 1 equals x squared. So we got that guy, and then this one, minus 5x plus 7x minus 35. Here I got to distribute that negative x into both sets of parentheses. So I'm going to have negative x squared plus 5x. And now I can combine my like terms. Ooh, wonderful. My x squareds, boom, gone. One's positive, one's negative, poof, they're gone. All right, now I've got my x's. Let's see here. I've got negative 5x and positive 5x. That's gone. And the 7x. So equals 7x. And then it looks like we've got here minus 35 still. So minus 35. We'll just cross that out. Okay. So I have 7x minus 35. Now what? Well, I need to solve for x, right? So how about I add 35? I'm having trouble there. Plus 35 to both sides. And now what I have is 36 equals 7x. And then I can divide by 7 on both sides. Boom. And I get x equals 36 over 7. Now, one thing we want to check is my domain restrictions. Is my solution one of my domain restrictions? Because then it's an extraneous solution. In this case, it's not. This guy is good to go. I know it's a little weird, it's scary when you get a fraction, but we did do that properly, right? We multiplied to get our common denominator throughout. Then we just compared our numerators, distribute, combine like terms, all the wonderful goodness that is algebra. Woo! That was dope. That was awesome. And I will see you dogs later.